Okay, so these are the semi-flexible 20-21% SunPower solar cells, semi-flexible panels I'm going to be putting on top of my InSight, or at least trying to. They're 40 watts a piece. I'm going to have 3 of them on the roof. I got 4, so I have a spare should I fuck something up along the way. That'll give me 120 watts on the roof, which isn't super ideal. You'll see whenever it's done, there'll be some little mini gaps. But the only way to avoid the little mini gaps is to fabricate it from scratch completely, and that's a lot more work. So they come with this little junction board in the back, which has this raised up partition. And if I use this, then that's all nice and convenient, but it means I have to cut a hole in my roof to make this sink down in and fit so that this can be adhered to the roof of the car, as wide as this to be able to fit this inside. And that's a much bigger hole in my roof than I'd like to do just to get wires in. So these unscrew here, and then there's little catches. You just get a thin little screwdriver and you can pop that open. You can see I did that to one over here. So that pops open, and then I go around here so you can get some of the light. You can see in here there's a screw point here and a screw point here. So after those two are threaded off on the sides, you have to undo the screws, and then the wires come free. Now the wires are free. There's a point here where it's soldered to the tabs of the panel itself, and the other one is over here. So you have to get through those. Now there's no extra space, so before you start trying to pry this up, you need to disconnect. You have to cut those loose, but there's nothing to pull up and cut. So what I did is I just dremeled through the solder joints on the 2 parts of the junction board, and that makes it free to come out. Ta-da! And then this can just be pried up carefully to get it loose. And what you end up with at the end is something like this, and of course I marked my plus and my minus before I forgot which one was which, but that means I only have this little tab point. I mean, I can solder or attach some longer wires, of course, but then that means I only have to drill a small opening in the roof. And I'm still going to seal around it anyway, but I like the idea of less holes in my roof.